He's very in a confused state, which is awesome to me because the fact that he's sometimes growling, sometimes not, he's giving those warning signs.
A house guest will get up, he'll leap at him and growl at him. Or he'll be sitting with the house guest, and if he moves the wrong way, he'll growl at him.
Got it.
It's like unpredictable.
Okay, always men?
No.
Okay.
Anybody.
Got it.
He's very protective over his food, me and my boyfriend.
Okay. And he's bit people before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're walking around his bowl sometimes, and if there's food left in it, he'll run back, even though he's not eating it. He'll be stay away from my food.
Yeah. Not growling or anything, but
no
just
growling.
Oh, growling too? Okay.
Sometimes growling.
Yes. Okay. He's very in a confused state, which is awesome to me because the fact that he's sometimes growling, sometimes not, he's giving those warning signs. It's more easily moldable. So some dogs who have aggression issues, we first try to get them to this point. So that's why I'm excited about this because, yeah, I love growling actually. I always say growling is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he always he doesn't just lunge at somebody. He growls
okay,
first.
Perfect.
That's
amazing. We love growling here. Yes. So never scold for the growling because it's a warning sign. So he's warning you and the object that he's scared of that he's not cool with the situation. So if you scold a dog for growling, the next time he feels uncomfortable, he'll skip the warning sign. Well, he can, and just go straight to what's next, So never scold for the growling. Let's let him out. I want to see what he does. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Hi, Boots. Sit. Yes, good boy. And you can see it's not an issue with a stranger.
Yeah.
It's never going to be I can just see it right now. It's never really a personal issue with somebody.
A stranger.
Yeah, it's just the fact of the different triggers in the house, which is good because we can figure out what they are and work through them. And has he ever gotten snappy when somebody goes to pet him or goes over his head or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured. That's threatening, isn't it? A lot of those issues could have been caused because he was separated from his mom so early. I see a lot of that, the snappiness at strangers like that, the resource guarding, and then the being woken up, not wanting to be woken up out of sleep, all stems from the same place. That could have been if he was on the street though, and he was scared, always had to be watching his back when he was sleeping. But I see, yeah, totally. I see all of these issues from dogs who are separated from their moms too young because from the 6 to 8 week mark, she teaches them crucial.
He was probably 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
But he was very teeny tiny.
Oh my goodness.
5 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met a dog who was separated from their owner that young and didn't have issues.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's such a good boy besides that. He's a good boy. So what we're going to do the whole time, because his triggers are almost random, right away from the start, you want to make sure that he's with you mentally the time that the phone rings when somebody's at the gate. Because if he's already gone, so when he's with you mentally, he's at full self-control. And obviously the little trigger instances that makes him growl at you is a little bit different, but this is gonna make more sense, but I'm just gonna tell you this right now. The more excited a dog gets, and his getting excited is also mixed with anxiety. So the more excited he is or anxious he gets, it's gonna go up on this scale. So when phone rings, his excitement probably shoots up to here. So when a dog's that excited, he's this far from self-control. So what the amazing thing is about that is that it's not the doorbell. So you have a good few minutes or whatever, a couple minutes to be able to try to bring him down here before that person comes in. But if he's up here and then the person comes in, he's just gonna go back up here, So that's what we're gonna do is try to teach him to stay in this range. And if we direct him to stay in that range, he teaches himself because these things are probably happening, although it doesn't seem like he's at high excitement or anything, but the longer that his mind is off of you, the more that can raise up, And of course, when he's in a sleeping state that puts him at just like a total loss of self-control, and then he'll just snap instantly when he wakes up. So that's definitely what we'll do, is keep him in that range. How familiar are you with like my golden rules of training? Not really. Okay, perfect. So we'll go over all of that first. So my first golden rule is that you only ever want to say his name positively. He's going to respond so much better to a positive tone. And that takes practice, almost being fake, being like, I want to be like Boots, but Boots over here, he's going to respond so much better to that. And it's super important with his issues, because if he's looking at, let's say he's looking at me or growling at me, and you're like, not, if he's looking at me like he's about to start growling or is not sure. So what you should do then, and that's where a lot of times people are like, Boots, don't do it, don't do it. But that's not going to get his attention. One, what is going to get his attention more? Something negative, or this thing that he's intense, that he has that intense focus on. He's not going to break his focus to get in trouble, you know, just like a kid. And the other thing is, if you're doing that like, Boots, don't do it, it adds more negativity to a situation he's already deeming as negative. We'll practice that a lot, but that's going to be so important to getting his focus, because if you can snap his focus out of that state, and we can practice it with like excitement too, like the complete opposite end of the spectrum, like when he's excited, like even just like right now, I'm going to give you another one. Call his name.
Boots.
Yes.
Good boy.
Good job. Yes. Just snapping him out of a state when he's very intent right here is great practice, whether it be excitement or very negative, goes the same way, because both are opposite ends of the spectrum of completely losing self-control. So basically I say that because if his name should be a command of focus. Like I would say, if you were to teach him one thing, teach him to focus. If he's always focused on you, you can get him to do anything, and you can prevent him from doing anything. So think about like if he were in that state at somebody with the tail down, like you were describing, and you could say Boots, and he snaps out of it, he's not going to be attacking that person because he's looking at you, you know? So it's obviously going to take, it's not that simple, like, oh, I say Boots and that's a magic and he snaps out of it. We have to train him to be able to snap out of that state, of course. But just remember, that goes so far. Is he ever like barking at the window at like people or dogs walking by?
Not like people back there, but if there's somebody, this is like a communal backyard, so if our neighbors are out there. Got it. Which is rare, but then he goes crazy.
And we'll talk about only saying a command once too.
No,
did you catch yourself there? Yes.
But I try, and my boyfriend is worse than I am about it, because he'll just be like, sit.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Men are more impatient for sure.
Well.
Especially for a really intelligent dog like that, you want to be on top of that. And with any kind of issues, you want him to know he needs to snap out of it instantly. Yeah, we'll talk about that more. It's hard, but so yeah, does that make sense with the name? So when you want to say it negative, you are going to get what you want faster by saying it positive, and it's going to train him to always respond to his name, because I don't think there's anything better than just being able to get your dog's focus instantly, no matter what.
And he'll be in the other room and I'm calling him. Mm-hmm. He knows I'm calling him, but he won't come because he's red.
Because he's kind of, well, he's probably thinking like, why? Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Not going to chance it. I'm going to sit here.
I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, so you want to like retrain him to think like, oh, name means positivity, praise, treats, everything. So take out that questioning entirely. Like if he has the time to question why he's going to go to you, why he should respond to his name, you're not going to get him, or you're not going to get him 100% of the time. So when he hears his name, you should have that instant response. So during the training, all four, especially when we're working through a behavioral issue like treats, we'll wean off of them in the right way. But a lot of times with the behavioral issues, you don't even have to really wean off of treats in a specific way. I love his little paw up. He's so cute. Are you demanding a treat? What are you doing? What?
Demanding attention.
You should ignore that behavior, and then when he like go like this, when he's like barking, demanding anything, then when he stops,
so just turn your back.
Yeah, go away from him, like that gets you nothing. Just, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but just because sometimes like these kind of little innocent control issues can play a part in his like resource guarding control issues with that. So ignore the bad behavior, wait till he stops, and then direct him to how you would want him to tell you that he wants attention or a treat.